to the Goal Setting and Manifesting Workshop. I'm so happy that you're here. Thanks for coming. And just about me, I think you already know me, but yeah, I'm a certified coach and EFT practitioner, also certified group coaching. And in the UK as well, I do presenting and acting. So I've been in a few commercials and features and short films. And everything that I teach basically is what I've learned from my coaching or through courses that I've taken that have helped me pretty much just achieve my goals. And it's very like simple, but also it works with manifesting. It's like the same formula. And so hopefully by the end of today, you will also have some different tools that you might have learned as well. Hi, Patricia, welcome in. We are just getting started, so I hope you're well. If you just want to pop in the chat, how you're doing today. So welcome. Hopefully you've got your notebook. Oh, there we go. Everyone's coming in. Hi, Zainab as well. Welcome, everyone. Sometimes you just need a bit of patience. So I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining in. I'll just go back to the last slide about, oh, wrong way. There we go. So welcome to the Goal Setting and Manifesting Workshop. Thank you for showing up yourself. So yeah, just a bit about me, coach, practitioner, EFT practitioner, whether we have tapped before or whether this is your first time on one of my lives. I normally do Sundays with the Tap Into Your Magic. So I thought I'd do something a bit different, a bit longer, a bit more in depth. So by the end of this, you have a goal and you know what action steps to take, and we'll do some tapping and some visualization to help you really get that clarity as well. So that's the agenda today. You will have a goal to work on by the end of this hour, steps to take action, and visualization and tapping. So we're going to have pretty much the first portion will be journaling. Now, I do recommend you've got two options. You could have a notebook to write with if you prefer pen to paper. But if you know you might forget about what you've written down, because I have like 20 notebooks and I forget half the time, you might want to have like a Google Doc or a Word document open so you know what you're writing down and that everything you've written, you have like a document for it. So you can always refer back to it. Or if you know that you go with pen and paper, just keep that. So why it's important to have goals? I found these online and I thought these were great reasons why, because goals give you a purpose to wake up in the morning. If you wake up and you don't have a plan or you don't have any idea where you want to go in the day or in life, you can find yourself just wasting months and years, maybe not sure where you're going. And goals just kind of give you like that picture, a target of where to go. You might not always reach exactly that, but it gives you somewhere to kind of go towards to move forward. And they make you a doer rather than being passive. And, you know, we can always get swept up in life. It gets so busy nowadays. And so having a goal makes you more focused and determined. So this is going to be a really fun session for you to really get clear on what it is that you want. And I did mention this is about manifesting as well. So has anyone heard of the law of attraction? If you want to put in the chat, if you've heard of the law of attraction before, or maybe you've not heard of it. Yeah, awesome. And if you haven't, so law of attraction, the kind of law of it, it's not like a law written down by the government. It is a universal law that like attracts like. And so when you're manifesting a goal, you say, for example, you want more financial abundance. You are, as you're moving towards that goal and really feeling into that energy of abundance and making that effort to feel energetically aligned, the closer you get to it. So sometimes when we want to manifest a goal and we feel stressed about it and overwhelmed and we're like, oh, what's the point in this? That's when we can push it away. And that's when we find it hard to manifest. We find it hard to keep going. So in this session, I'm really trying to get the best of both worlds, the manifesting and also the technique as well of goal setting. So both of them will work. So this is the law of attraction formula, pretty clear. First one is get clear on what you want to decide what it is that you want in life. And the clearer that you can be, the easier it is not just for you to know where you're going, but we all have in our mind a reticular activating system, and it's like a filter. So if you, for example, 666 is your lucky number. It is for me. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's 111. And you tell yourself, when I see 111, it means that something amazing is going to happen. You've just told your reticular activating system, your RAS, to look out for that. And so you normally will see it, whether it's on a front door or you'll see it on a car plate, because you've put your subconscious and your mind to work. So the clearer you are on what you want, the easier it is for your mind to focus. And the second thing is to take action and release limiting beliefs. So once you know what you want, the next step is to do something about it. But sometimes when you're taking action, you might feel overwhelmed, or you might doubt yourself, or fear comes up. And so it's important to also release limiting beliefs preventing you. And I always think these two things, taking action and limiting beliefs, it's like a dance. They like one after another. You take action, you have a limiting belief, you remove it, then you take more action. So it's like little steps. And manifesting a goal can be challenging, but if you're in the challenge, if you're in that place where you feel like it's overwhelmed and stressed, just remember to release that belief, release those fears, keep taking action. And number 3, which is I think the most important one, just keep going. Have patience, trust, and faith, not just in yourself, but in the universe, that wherever you're heading, it's the right way. You're on the right path, and there is no mistakes in life. And that just makes you feel less stressed, in my opinion. So I really wanted to make this class a kind of pick your own adventure, because I know we're all got different mindsets about goals, whether you've got an idea, maybe you don't. And so you can pick between 1, 2, and 3, and all the journal prompts are going to be either 1, 2, or 3. The first one might be you. I have so many goals, I'm struggling to pick one. So if that's you could put a 1 in the chat. Number 2 is I have no idea what my goal is. So if you're a number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And number 3 is I have an idea, but I don't really know how to implement it. So out of all these 3, where do you think that you are? 3. Yeah, for Zainab. 3. Okay, interesting. So 3. Both are 3. So you've got an idea, you don't know how to implement it. Fantastic. So the next step is, if you're both a 3, you can ignore 1 and 2. And number 3 here is to write down why this goal is important to you and how it would change your life. So we're going to be moving into a bit of journaling now, whether you want to do it on paper or whether you want to do it on a Google Doc, about why this goal is important to you. So I will just play a little bit of music in the background, and we will have maybe about 2 to 3 minutes. You can always let me know if you want more. So just write down, and if you've got any questions, just pop it in the chat. Why is it important and how it would change your life? I'm also number 3, so I'm going to join in. Hi, Jamie, welcome in. I'll just fill you in. Hi, Lindsay, as well. Just going to send you a message. So we'll have maybe another minute. And if you just joined in now, all you need to do is pick a journal prompt, whichever one relates to you, and see what comes up for you. Okay. So do we need more time, or do we feel like that was enough time? This is your hour, so whatever you need, I'm here to oblige. And so if you were just joining in the last 5 minutes, I'll just go back to the last slide, just so you know, it's like a kind of pick your own adventure. So you can pick between 1, 2, or 3, and then we're kind of going from there. So number 1 is you have so many goals, you're struggling to pick one. Number 2 is you have no idea what your goal is. And 3, which seems to be the popular one today, is I have an idea, but I don't know how to implement it. So you just pick between 1, 2, or 3, and then all the journal prompts will relate to that, that number. So hopefully you're like, I know which one it is. And please feel free to share it in the chat. So I'll say, I'm also kind of a 3 at the minute with the one I've got in my head, but maybe you're a 1 and maybe you're a 2 or a 3. Okay, and I think most of us know this when it comes to law of attraction. Your goal shouldn't involve someone else's participation for it to manifest. This usually is about manifesting like a romantic relationship. If that is your goal, we can't ever like force anyone against their will. So that's just something, but if that's not relevant, then just thought I'd let you know. Okay, and the next slide. So do we all have a number? So we have 3. And Lindsay, do you know what number you were? So these are the next things that you can do. So if you were a 1, you can pick one goal out of all the plenty that you have in your mind to focus on. If you were number 2, you can look at what fulfills you and turn this into a tangible goal. That's if you have no idea what your goal is. And number 3 is if you are happy and clear with that goal you've written down, you can keep that. So you can just like keep that, or maybe you want to adapt it a little bit and add a few things to it. A 1. Okay, great. So we'll have about a couple more minutes. If you are a 3, just keep going over what you've written. You might want to continue on why it's important to you, what it's going to add to your life, what value does it add to your life. And we'll have, maybe about 2 minutes on this, or 3. You just let me know. Hi, Mo. I'm just going to message you. So have about another minute on this. And if you just joined, if you want to think about a goal that you can focus on for the hour, if you have an idea of something that you would like to, break down into different steps, which we'll be doing in a little bit. Okay, is that a good time for everyone? I know we've got a few people just joining in, so all you need to do is have a goal, something you can focus on, and then we're breaking it down. I will send the slides over on an email as well in case you missed anything. But yes, feel free to say hi in the chat. And if you don't know what your goal is, I would just recommend just picking maybe one thing that you feel like, yeah, I really want to work on that. And the goal could be for the next 4 weeks. It could be for the next 6 months. We will be breaking it down into steps, so things are going to get a bit clearer. So now you have a goal. You can write it down as one sentence. I know if you're just joining in, maybe just think about what is that one thing that you really want to have happen. And you can write it down in a sentence. So you could make it as my goal is ... Sometimes when we write goals down, we want to spend ages writing paragraphs. I think keep it short and sweet. So just spend a minute writing it down as a sentence. So I'll just pop that in the chat. So hopefully you do have it written down as a sentence. Let me know if you need more time with that. But usually the first thing that comes to mind, like my goal is to manifest this, or my goal is to do or have this thing. So you kind of now have, as I was mentioning before, that reticular activating system in your brain that has a place to focus now knows where it's going. It's like, this is the goal, we're going to make this happen. So congratulations. That is just clarity. Getting that clarity means that now you have something to focus on, something to keep you accountable. And we are going to be breaking this down. So if this goal feels really big right now and it kind of feels overwhelming, is anyone feeling like that? If you are, we're going to break the goal down. So you'll know step by step what to do. And your brain is so smart. It can create everything. It can break it down for you. Sometimes just spending that time, you'll be amazed. Your brain is great at brainstorming. So we'll be making it into kind of like SMART goal. Has anyone heard of SMART goals at all, or done a SMART goal? Let me know in the chat. So this is usually done in like, yeah, Lindsay's heard of it. Oh, great, wonderful. So this is something that when I learned, it really helped me with a goal. And we're going to kind of be using this. So I just want you to think about the goal you have in your mind right now, and just ask yourselves these questions. And if it's a yes, great. If it's a no, maybe inquire. So is it specific? So is it clear and precise? It's not kind of like, it hasn't got 2 goals in one. It's kind of got a direction, as long as it's clear and precise, amazing. If it's not, you might want to think about, how can I make this goal a little bit more clearer? The second thing is measurable. So it should be quantifiable and easy to track. And that means you know that you have achieved it. So for example, if your goal is to manifest, I don't know, £2,000 in the next month, then you know that month, and that's the quantity, you know what it's going to be, and it's going to be the month. So you have in your mind exactly what you need to measure. If it's not measurable, you might want to think about how you can make it measurable. I'll just take myself as an example. If you're in the freelance industry or a performer, you might say, I really want to book a job on stage, right? It's really hard to measure that. How do you know? Like, it's sometimes these auditions come out of nowhere. So it's better to focus on something else, like learning a new skill or practicing a craft, or maybe putting on your own play, because then you can measure that one. Number 3 is achievable. It should be attainable and realistic. And I'd like to kind of challenge this one. I know it's a SMART goal, but sometimes you can have a goal and it seems like it's massive, but it's absolutely achievable. Sometimes it's a limiting belief getting in your way. So if you're like, I don't know if I can do that, you probably can. We're just going to challenge that limiting belief. And number 4, relevant. It should be meaningful and matter to you in your future. So maybe you've already journaled about how it's going to change your life, what value it's going to bring to your life. And it should be time bound. So it has a start and end date. So we'll say today, do you know today's 2/22? 22nd of the 2nd, so it's kind of a magical day. So this is our start date and an end date. You might not know or have in mind an end date for it, but you might already have an idea. So it might be next month, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 6 months. Maybe pop in the chat as well. Do you kind of have an end date in mind, or you're still not sure? So it could be a week, could be a few months, a few weeks. So I think for my goal, I feel like it's like 4 weeks. I always like to think in 4-week goals, just because it means that each month I kind of have an idea of what I want to achieve, but some things take longer. And sometimes you have to break a big goal down into weeks as well. And I know this might sound overwhelming, but we're going to make it fun. So that's just a SMART goal. That's just one way that you can create a goal using that method. So right now we're going to be doing kind of the chunky monkey stuff. We're breaking down the goal. So it's about thinking from the end. So I want you to think about that goal. How will you know when you've achieved it? Is it a qualification that you receive? Is that, oh, I've achieved it? Or is it a certain amount of money that you see in your bank account? Oh, I've achieved it. Or is it an experience that you have? How will you know you've achieved it? So we'll just have that 30 seconds just to write that down. How will you know when you've achieved it? Hopefully you have written something down, like you kind of know what the end looks like. And what we're going to do is create up to 10 steps that are going to take you there. And it can be 10, but I always say try not to do more than 10, just because your brain will be like, oh, that's way too much. So if you can create it from the end and track back, or if your brain works the other way, start at the beginning to the end, and try and break it down into 10 small steps towards that goal. And if you've got any questions or want any tips, I'm sure we can all help in here. If you're like, I don't know how to break this down. Hi, Katie, welcome in. We're just doing a breaking down the goal section. So if you already have a goal in mind that you are wanting to work on, now's the time to write it down, and then we're going to actually plan it and break it down in 10 steps. So this might take, say, about 5 minutes. I think that will be okay. If you need any more, we'll do more, but we'll do that for the next 5 minutes, just 10 steps that will take you there. And just so you know, the steps don't have to be chronological. It could be a brainstorm of steps that could intertwine. So we'll have a couple more minutes. Okay, that's 5 minutes. Do we want any more time, or do we feel good to move on? And feel free to share how that was for you. I found like a lot of things, a lot of things came up of, oh, that. So it's a good way to brainstorm as well. Okay. Yeah, Zainab, I found that it was very hard to limit. I think that's why I think it's like so important to have that under 10 steps. And then what you can do is maybe the goal is so big that you then bring that goal down a little bit, do those 10 steps and then another 10 steps. So your brain's not like overwhelmed. So those 10 steps, you could probably do them really, really fast. Because I had a lot of things, but I was like, this one, I'm going to take that one and get more in detail with that. So yeah, it was very like, it's just good to kind of get your brain site focused, because it wants to run wild. It wants to make up all the things to kind of keep you from not doing sometimes. That's what my brain does anyway, a lot. So I thought now would be a nice time to actually do a visualization, like actually wire it in. So we're going to do a visualization and then we're going to do some tapping after that. So wherever you are, I'm just going to play some music. You just let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. Hopefully you can hear this. Okay. Is that good? Can we hear it? Thumbs up or a yes? Or is it a bit quiet? Is it a bit quiet? Oh, that's no. Let me try and turn it up. Right. Get louder, maybe do the other one. Sometimes I find I have a really great laptop, but sometimes the speakers were not the best thing about it. This one, is that a bit better? Can you hear this one? No. At all? In and out. Okay. What we'll do is I will turn this one up all the way. That one? Does that work? No, how strange. That's like so loud on my end. Right. At least we figured out that doesn't work. So if you would like to go on YouTube and get some nice music, since none of those work, or you can be in silence, it's up to you. I'll give you a minute if you want to put meditation music in, and then next time we'll do it, I'll figure out what's going on. So we're doing a little visualization exercise now, where you're going to be like meditating, but visualizing how this goal is going to look like. We're going to get quite clear on it as well. So you just let me know when you're ready to go. You've got your own music playing. You can play whatever you want, or if you want silence, and then we'll get started. We good? Yep, fantastic. All right, so let's just take a deep breath in. We've done a lot already. And exhale. And wherever you are in time and space, if you want to, you can close your eyes. You may want to sit up straight or lie down. It's completely up to you, whatever feels good to you. And just allow all the tension in your face to release, starting from your eyes, down to your jaw. Your shoulders are relaxing. You feel all the tension release throughout your body, moving down your spine to your hips, and your legs, and even your toes are relaxing too. And take a moment to release any other tension that you're feeling in your body. Give yourself permission to be here, present. And take another deep breath, the biggest breath you've taken in all day. Inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. And in your mind, you can allow this goal to come to life. And you can do this in many ways. You may want to see it as a picture, a screenshot of what this goal looks like when it's finalized, when it's happened, the moment you know it is done, I've done it. Or perhaps you want to see it as a moving image, a scene. And And with this in your mind, I'd like you to start to notice the details. Where are you? What's going on in this moment? And take a look around. What can you see? What are the details? If you want to add sound, what can you hear? And most importantly, how do you feel in this moment, knowing it's done? You've achieved this goal. Knowing that all those steps, all that hard work has led to this moment. Maybe you're feeling excited, you're feeling euphoric or happy, or maybe you just feel relieved that it's done. All the hard work it took to get there, all the steps, all the challenges that got you to this place. Just really put yourself into the scene, whether it is in the picture or it's in the moving picture. See it through your eyes rather than seeing yourself from afar. Look through your own eyes. Take it all in. And if you can, just turn up the volume, the brightness, the intensity of this scene. If it's looking choppy, if it's not clear, just turn it all up. You might feel really grateful that this is happening. You're feeling it in your body, in your mind, these thoughts of, I cannot believe it, but I did it. This goal came true, this dream came true, I manifested it. And I'd like you to repeat this affirmation after me. I believe in myself. I can do anything I put my mind to. I believe in myself. I can do anything I put my mind to. And take another deep breath in and exhale. And thank your imagination for creating this scene. This is a picture or a vision that you can come back to anytime you feel yourself moving away from your goals, you're feeling distracted, you have this locked in. And trust that this or something better manifests for you always. You can allow the image to fade away to black as you come back to your body and the space around you. You might want to do a big stretch. And whenever you feel ready, you can begin to open your eyes, take in the room around you, and for the next just minute, just write down anything that you saw, that vision. If you're an artist, you might want to draw some details about what came up for you. hopefully you've written something down. You can continue to write if you'd like. I'll just be explaining what we're moving on to now, which is the EFT tapping. Has anyone not done EFT tapping before, just out of curiosity? Emotional freedom technique. If you haven't, honestly, it's very easy to follow along. And it's a great thing to just release stress, anxiety, clear limiting beliefs. It's something I've been using for a few years. That's just been, yeah, pretty transformational. So if you haven't done EFT before, don't worry, but if you have, amazing. And this EFT tapping, I'd like you to share anything in the chat about anything that you feel like is blocking you from this goal, any limiting beliefs, any fears, worries, and doubts, because we will tap them all out in this session. So if you want to pop one in there, and yeah, we'll tap on those. So whatever fears or worries that you're having around this, maybe you feel like, oh, it might take me a while, or it might be overwhelming, or all those steps, it's gonna take a while. So you can write it in the chat, or if you want to keep it in your head, it's completely up to you. But we will be tapping along now. So if you want to rub your hands together, and all you need to do is honestly repeat after me. Not sure what will happen, where your heart sheet, amazing. We will tap on all of these. We'll say them all out loud, because you know what? That everyone in here resonates with those too. Self-doubt. Okay, great. Let's tap. So you can keep typing. We'll tap for a little bit. Self-doubt. Okay. Oh, because there's a lot that comes up when we want to achieve our goals, especially if they're really big and they could change our life and make it better. We're like, oh, scary, because change is scary, and it's normal. So all you need to do is repeat after me out loud. If you're brand new, you're just tapping on the side of the hand, which is the karate chop point. And if you're feeling tingles, if you're yawning, if you're sighing, if you feel any movements in your body, those are good signs that it's working. And yeah, just repeat after me out loud, take what resonates and leave the rest. I have this big goal that I want to achieve. It means so much to me. Especially during that visualization, I was like, can I just stay there? But there's a little voice in my head that keeps telling me, I'm not sure if it will happen for me. I'm really worried it's going to be hard to achieve. Can I do that? I don't know if I can do it. And all this doubt and fear and worry creeps up on me. And then what happens to my goal? It just stays on the paper. And even though I have these worries, fears, and doubts, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and forgive myself. It's completely normal to be afraid. It's completely normal to have fear. To not have clarity or not be sure. But I've achieved some big things in the past. And I know I could do it again. Maybe right now this feels like the big thing for me, the huge step. But as I've been journaling and writing things down, I know I can take it step by step. And I'm choosing to commit to this goal. To turn it into a reality. Because I'm so worthy of that. I am so deserving of that. And so I'm choosing to release any stories I keep telling myself about why I can't do it, or how hard it's going to be. Because deep down, I know I have the power to make it happen. And take a deep breath in and exhale. You might have got some tingles or yawned, or maybe you're feeling some energy moving around your body. Those are all good signs. That was just the starting part. We're going to move to the full EFT. And I'd love to know, I always love mantras, mottos, affirmations. Is there any words or phrases, when you hear them, they motivate you, or you feel really inspired? And you can pop that in the chat and we'll tap that in. So those words can be shared with everyone here. And you know, the great news is we've got like 9 people here. If 8 or more people are here, it magnetizes manifesting. It's power of 8. Happiness, yes, just like tapping in happiness, let's do it. Or yeah, your goal, think about all those emotions it's going to bring you. We're going to tap all those in. So think about your goal. What is it going to bring you? Happiness, what else? Success, yes, love this. What else is this goal going to bring you? It's coming, like you visualized it, you felt it. So it is there. It's there. Freedom, beautiful. Yes, and we'll tap all those in. Like, what is it going to bring us? Pride, yes. Peace. I love these. Amazing. I'll put one in as well. Excited and able to entertain again. Oh, and I really resonate. Are you an entertainer as well? Yay. Excited. Yes. So thank you, everyone, for all those beautiful words. We're going to tap those all in. Prosperity, beautiful, grateful. And so we'll do a tapping where we're going to say, what's it going to bring us? And then we'll list these all off. So let's get started. If you haven't done tapping before, just follow along after me. If you want to play some music in the background, go ahead and do that now. If you want to play some, I don't know, inspirational music, your favorite song. Music is powerful. So if you want to do that, just give you a minute to get something up. Clearly doesn't work my phone or my computer. So you inspire yourself today with your choice, whether it's classical, rock, metal, whatever you want. Or anything. Or maybe it's, I don't know, pop music. All right, so hopefully you've got something playing that makes you feel good and energized, and we'll rub our hands together once more, and let's just tap in all the magic that this is going to bring us, and so that can motivate us. And let's begin at the eyebrow point. This goal is going to change a lot for me. It could completely change my life, actually. And I'm feeling really excited about it. Even though a part of me might feel nervous, I remind myself that this dream came to me for a reason. And I know it's not always about achieving. Sometimes it can be about the journey. The person that I will become along the way. That's the most exciting part of this. Because I've seen the vision. I felt it in my body. And as I close my eyes in this moment, maybe I can just see it there, so close to me. All the joy and happiness it's going to bring me. But also how it can change the people around me too. And so I'm making a decision to commit to this dream. To take action on this goal. Because right now I have momentum. I have this energy moving through my body. And I know what I have to do. I know what the first step is. And maybe it feels scary and completely out of my comfort zone. But I'm not going to let that stop me anymore. Because I only have this one life. To chase my dreams, even if I don't know where they're going to lead me. Even if it doesn't look exactly like my vision, that's okay. I know the universe has got my back. I've put an energetic signal up into the universe. That this is what I want. This is mine. And I am opening myself up to ideas and opportunities that may come my way. Or maybe it's something I see online or a conversation I have with someone. I'm going to follow the clues and the signs. Because this goal is going to bring me a lot of things. It's going to bring me happiness, success, and freedom. And that will feel amazing. It's going to bring me pride and peace. Knowing I'll be able to do what I love. I feel excited and grateful. It's going to bring me prosperity. And I'm so proud of myself for committing to today. For slowing down and getting clear. Now I know what it looks like and feels like. And that means it's going to happen. And I'm releasing any doubt or releasing any blocks that may prevent me from having this. I'm releasing limiting beliefs, excuses, and stories I keep telling myself. About why it's not possible, because it is possible. I have the power to make my dreams a reality. And I start today. take a deep breath in and exhale. Go. Just sit this feeling for a moment, and all the things it's going to bring you, all the joy and happiness, prosperity, whatever it is that you have in your mind for your goal, your dream. How is everyone feeling? Did you get any tingles? Did something break through for you? Maybe you feel like really sleepy and need a nap. EFT does that. Can either energize you, relax you. But as you're tapping, you have, released some blocks. You're clearing up, I call them programs, relaxed, amazing, energetic, focused and clearer. Yeah, so if you do get any tingles, those are always good signs. Or if you yawned, that's good too. So you're clearing a lot of things up. And if that was your first time tapping as well, I'm not sure if it was. I hope you had an interesting experience, got happy. Yes, it is. I always love EFT. It always makes me super happy. It's great for healing. It's great for motivation. It's great for so many different things. Allows us to release things. And yeah, energetic, happy and excited. Love that. All right, amazing. So I'll just quickly share my screen just once more. Oh, there's the music that didn't play. And let's go. So yeah, we've done the EFT tapping. So I just want to let you know I'm doing a 6-week manifesting bootcamp with EFT tapping, and it's only $30. It's with Society X. So we'll do week 1, getting clear, visualization, vision board, making a solid plan, kind of like what we did today, but more clear. It's going to be up, by the way, Saturdays at 5 p.m. UK, at 12 p.m. That's Eastern, it's 9 a.m. PST. Week 2 is about removing limiting beliefs and beating procrastination. So we will be doing a lot of deep diving into those stories and releasing them. Week 3 is all about taking action and creating a plan. And there'll be a 2-week break where we go and take action. And we'll also have a private Facebook group where we do some tapping in there and some Q&A. And then week 6 is all about celebration, reflection, and momentum on what you've discovered over the last 5 weeks. So if you are looking for something that holds you accountable, that's supportive, it's an hour for those, for 4 weeks. So what you get, it's basically 4 1-hour live sessions with coaching, support, private Facebook group as well. So we're doing EFT tapping, I'm going to do some coaching with you, some journaling. So it's just going to be a really nice 6 weeks where on those dates, you've got me, we've got each other to support one another.